Today I bring back with another video, and this video topic is going to be the Marvel Token Fighting Souls, which I'm going to test on my current configuration based around the 5600 GT CPU, Vega 7 iGPU combo. No dedicated GPU are going to be involved in this video, but if you are a RX550 dedicated GPU holder, then I do have a plan to make a video for this game in this GPU. So all you have to do is stay tuned with me and wait for up until then. Now, before going through the benchmark and also the settings, I really like to give my own opinion about this game. So if you really don't want to listen any of this like a yapping, you can totally skip this part since I already added the timestamps in the video description box. Now, it is actually quite fascinating to see that the PlayStation exclusive game has been released for a PC version in late 2026, because in early 2026 they already made a statement that there are not going to be any release for the PlayStation exclusive for PC version. If you are already in a community for a long time, then you might have already understand that there are not much of a release after the Marvel Spider-Man 2, which was released back in 2025, and there was somewhat of a rumors were starting in 2025 that the PlayStation exclusive are not going to be coming for the PC version in upcoming years, and that rumors are turned out to be true in early 2026 when the PlayStation developer officially statement into their site that they are not going to release any more PlayStation exclusive game for the PC port in upcoming years. There is a several reason. The first reason they actually mentioned, which is the low sale revenue, what they actually expected to be in the first place. Behind this like a low revenue, the first and foremost reason is a piracy. Of course, when the PC port actually has been released for the PlayStation game in the PC version, it does not even have the highest amount of securities such as we can see in a recent game such as the Denevo and also some other things. Now, Denevo is one of those things which actually prevents the piracy group of people to not the crack game when the games actually launch in the first day. It actually takes a time. If the piracy group are way too much well advanced and know the things how to do their work, they might be doing it fastly, since we do have a new piracy group such as the Voice 38. They are doing it almost like a 1 or 2 month of a spend time of that game's release. It is actually quite fast that we have been seeing in recent years. But there are some other method also been happening, which you can see in a Call of Duty franchise after the Modern Warfare 19, which is the if you really want to play that game in a story mode, then you have to be on online connection. Other than that, you can't even play it. But when they actually remove it, that is the time when the piracy group of people can even crack this game, and we are able to play this game if we don't even have money for buying that game. And that is the reason why Modern Warfare 19 got cracked after 5 years of release. That practice is somewhat of a good one, but that practice is also somewhat of a bad one if you don't even have an internet connection, but you are also owning of that game on your inventory. There was kind of a controversy was happening here and there, but it is what it is. You have to buckle up with it. And since the security is not even low and it is a single player game, story based game, you can only experience for a single amount of time. Then I guess some people who actually showing the interest to invest or buying that single player game for a $60 AAA titles price of game, they were thinking that why would we actually invest on a certain game where we can only experience on a single time. And the Denevo is one of those like a dog shit things. Whenever you are using it, it actually going to decrease your performance. Since if you are using the piracy types of things, it does not even involve with the Denevo, and you are going to get an actual performance what your PC can capable of giving that to you. That is another sole reason why people are not even buying that game. And also the most huge part is that it doesn't even have involved with the multiplayer system, which actually backing some other players not even investing it. But if you are one of those guys who actually does a good amount of money, there is no other way that piracy types of things are going to be stop you from buying that game. If you do have a live of this game by just watching that from the PlayStation or some of this like a YouTube things. Aside from the controversy of a PlayStation not release, let's talk about this game. As I already mentioned before, that this is a side scrolling and similar to the Street Fighter and also Tokon and Mortal Kombat types of things. This game does also have its own history. If I just give you some more, one of those like a nostalgic moment from the old generation, Capcom versus Marvel fight was one of those things. Yes, you have to go to the arcade stores and also insert the coin and play that game. Those were the nostalgic, and I also build up by just playing that game in my childhood. Yes, I didn't even go to the arcade store, but I did play with a Neo Geo emulator. You already know that the 1000 arcade games are going to be there, but when I actually opened up that game, there was some certain requirement that I have to fulfill, which is the insert coin. I don't know how to insert a coin in my PC since I don't even have that much of an option left. I just totally press the random key on my keyboard, and 2 or 3 one keyboard would actually work, which is the F1 and F3. If you just somehow press those things, I guess you can even have the insert coin options working on, and you can even play that game. I already played all of those like a Neo Geo game since my PC was not even able to handle such as like a powerful game like Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, one of those like a top tier game in that type. Okay, that's all for this like a app which is not even going to be related to this topic. Let's move on to the graphics settings. I'm currently playing this game with a full screen mode and also set my settings with an 100p. If I really want to play this game with a native resolution such as myself, which is 1080p, then I guess it could be get worse. Sometimes I would even get a 47 or 45 fps, but if I really want to get a 60 fps constant, so I guess I have to move it with a somewhat of a lower, not even that lower, where I have to play with a 720p. So I am currently playing with a 900p resolution, which is actually going to be balanced for your give you the quality and also not even have the much of a choppy gameplay. And vertical sync, of course, I'm going to be the off-it anti-aliasing type. This is the FSR system, and you are going to be set it with the ultra performance, since Vega 7 is not even a high GPU enough to handle these types of 2026 of exclusive games. So you are tend to be set it with the ultra performance. And sharpness quality, of course, since you are already lowering it with the lowest amount of things, which is ultra performance, if you really want to have a good quality, then I guess increasing the sharpness are going to be give you the balance of a performance and also little bit of a quality, not even that much of a highly quality what you could have just setting with a native resolution. But if you set it, I guess getting a 30 or 40 fps could be a dream for you. For a scaling resolution, this game won't even allow you to move you further with a 50%. I don't know why it is actually happening, but currently 50 is the best and also moderate settings for you to get a much more fps. And this is a fighting game, and if your input lag is 1 point or here and there, then I guess you are going to suffer much more than ever if you are actually playing this game in an online mode. Okay, and another thing is the graphics quality. I'm currently setting with the lowest quality. Of course, as I already mentioned before, Vega 7 is not even compared as a most powerful demanding iGPU. If you really want to have a high amount of quality, then I guess you have to go for the Zen 5 processor with some having the 780M or 980M types of series. I don't know, if correct me if I'm being wrong, and also tell me in the comment section. And for the other things are going to be rest per the default settings. So that's all for this like graphics settings. Let's see some of this like a battle, and it actually going to be give you a little bit of a rough idea that how much of a FPS that you are going to get in this like a high intensive battle system. I am currently playing this game with my keyboard, and I don't know how to do the combo, but I just learned recently, which is a basic one. You can see that I don't even do the perfect combo from here and there, and blocking is kind of like a dream for me. Man, it just totally nostalgic for me when I actually played so many Marvel and Capcom games from my Neo Geo eras. Oh my god, damn, this is a good Wolverine combo, and Wolverine is my favorite character, man. But not favorite as the Spider-Man. Oof, that was a quite good combo, and as you can see that I am way too much at a good FPS, which is a 60 in a constant. In some of this area and some of the like action moment, it might be dropped down to 50 or 50%, but most of the times it will remain to its core. Woohoo! Ooh, that was quite good fight, man. Of course, I just lowered the difficulty for my opponent, so that it actually going to be helpful to see that how much of a good combo that I can even give you. I'm currently learning the curve of this like fighting combos for each and every characters, and you have to master for some certain characters. If you just somehow randomize some here and there players, I guess you might not even learn that what your actual character can even do. So if you really want to see the potential for your certain characters, then you have to be master only single characters and let to know that what kind of combo that character does have, if you really want to be a competitive. Other than that, I guess if you really are playing with your friends and also have some fun with chill, then you can just totally randomize some other characters and learn some basic combos like a kick, jump, and also some special ultimate attacks. Man, Wolverine, woohoo, scratching through the ground. This is so awesome, man. Let's have some another fight. This is another area which actually going to be helpful to see that how much of a FPS that you are going to get for certain area, because in some area where it's not even that demanding, you might be seeing a constant 60 FPS, but if the area is way too much destructible things here and there, I guess you might not even get to see the 60 FPS that you are actually seeing your other areas too. So that is the sole reason why I actually playing some other areas too, not only a single area. Oh my god, I don't know what is actually happening, but this is the Venom and also Carnage. Carnage is another version of a Venom. Oof. Woohoo! Pressing the H button will actually going to give your character a sprint where you can do the combos. Oof. Venom's combo is not even that much of destructive what we actually saw with our Wolverine case. So what can I say, man? I'm pressing the grab button, but it is not actually going to be having the enough effect. Oh my god. I'm just sending my Iron Man to one place to another place. This is the similar animation what you could see in a Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z and also Tekken. Ooh, that final finishing execution animation is cool, man. So I guess that's all for this video. I hope that you already like it, and don't be worried, I'm also going to be making a RS550 video for this game as well. As if you really want to play this game on your Vega 7 iGPU combo, I guess this is a great opportunity, since getting a 60 FPS, not losing that much of a quality for your fidelity things. I guess it's actually quite impressive to see that in a 2026. So I guess that's all for this video. If you like it, leave a like and wait for my next video. Up until then, peace.